Dinosaur Land, The Mysterious Adventure. Once upon a time, there was an 8-year-old child with a very vivid imagination. He loved dinosaurs more than anything. His room was filled with dinosaur toys, posters, and even a bedspread with dinosaur patterns. Every night he would grab a book about dinosaurs and dive into stories that stretched the limits of his imagination. One evening, as he lay in bed examining a newly bought book, his eyelids slowly began to close. He placed the book on his chest and drifted off to sleep. At that moment, something strange happened. A light emerged from the pages of the book and surrounded him, and he suddenly found himself in a lush green forest. The first encounter with dinosaurs. The surroundings were filled with massive trees and colorful plants. Everything felt so real. He could feel the cool breeze in the air and hear strange sounds made by creatures, not birds. Looking up, he saw a giant creature soaring through the sky, a pteranodon. As he gazed at the scene in amazement, he heard a rustling from the grass. Turning toward the sound, he came face to face with a gigantic Triceratops calmly chewing on the plants. The sight of this enormous creature made his heart race. Just as he was beginning to feel calm, a terrifying roar echoed from afar. The sound came from a T-Rex. The boy immediately hid behind a tree. The power of courage. As he hid in fear, he heard a crying sound from nearby. Moving toward the sound, he found a baby velociraptor, its tail tangled in a tree. The little dinosaur was struggling in helplessness. The boy put his fear aside and approached the creature. "Don't be afraid," he whispered. "I will help you." After some effort, he managed to free its tail from the tree. The baby velociraptor joyfully spun around, wagging its tail. Then, it gently tugged at the boy's sleeve, signaling him to follow. The baby dinosaur led him to a cave. Inside, there were other dinosaurs. Some were small and friendly, while others were majestic and a little intimidating. But they all had a peaceful air about them. The boy felt safe here. Returning home. Just as everything seemed to be going well, the thunderous footsteps of a T-Rex could be heard approaching from outside the cave. The dinosaurs inside began to tremble in fear. The boy didn't know what to do, but just then he felt something glowing in his pocket. He pulled out a small piece of paper from the book he had been holding before he fell asleep. The page began to glow, forming a protective shield that kept the T-Rex from getting any closer. The giant creature, afraid of the light's brightness, backed away and disappeared into the forest. The light grew stronger, wrapping around him and lifting him up. Everything spun in an instant, and he found himself back in his bed. Was it a dream or reality? When he woke up in the morning, he thought everything had been a dream. But under his pillow, he found a leaf he had never seen before. It was enormous, green, and its veins looked incredibly realistic. In that moment, he wondered, had I really been among the dinosaurs? Perhaps this adventure was hidden in a place where dreams and reality met. But he never told anyone. This secret was his alone. The end.